Right. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone onto this evening call. We're going to be quite brief to the point. We'd like to welcome all the guests that are joining us this evening. And I also like to thank our host, Mr. Paul Matu, for allowing us to have this meeting tonight. My name is Bugembe Andrew, and I'll be taking you through today's presentation. I'd like to first of all wish a happy Father's Day to all the fathers on the call. Yes, it's important that we do recognize our fathers. I would like to also take the opportunity to quickly introduce myself before I get into the presentation. My name is Bugembe Andrew. I'm from Uganda, Kampala. And tonight we're going to have another guest from Tanzania who will be joining us soon with us her story. But I just want to quickly share with you what this opportunity has to offer. I'm married to Janet and my father as well. My first degree was in electrical engineering, but now I prefer to call myself a lawyer by profession. That's why I found my passion. And other than that, I'm also a business person. The opportunity you're seeing tonight is what made me a business person. Probably be sharing with you why I chose also take that route as well. Well, a few years ago, I was introduced to a group of people who I had no idea about, because a friend of mine invited me over to see her, and she had a few things in front of her. They looked like products. So I asked her, what is this? And she mentioned to me that this was a certain set of products that I could use personally. She also mentioned to me that I could also be able to do a business out of this. So she invited me over to have a look at this opportunity. I remember telling her I'm a very busy person, I don't have time. And I know for some of us on the call, especially our corporate guests that we have invited tonight, I know you're quite busy people, but I never forget what this lady shared with me. She told me that, Andrew, sometimes in life, you can be very busy, you don't have time. That's what got my attention, because I looked through my life and I noticed that there were a number of people that are working from year to year, yet not making the kind of progress that they want to make. And that's when now I was introduced to this wonderful opportunity that is offered by a company called Neolife. So tonight, as guests, we shall be introducing you to this company. And maybe just for your information, Neolife has been around for quite some time. It is a company that has existed for over 60 years now. It's operating in over 50 countries across the world. And right here in Africa, we have it in a number of countries in West Africa. But you'll find it in South Africa, Namibia, Mozambique. That's where some of the offices are established. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Botswana, Lesotho, and Swaziland. And I guess we have a number of people on the call that are represented by these different countries. I know for the guys in Zambia, you're still getting your products all the way from either Namibia or Botswana. However, Neolife has lived by a certain mission for some time now, and our mission is to make the world a healthier and happier place. And the values that we have followed since 1958 include absolute integrity in everything we do and say. I guess that's what has kept us going for all these years. People are number one. Products that work. You're going to see that shortly. An equal opportunity for all. That is why a 20-year-old like myself could be able to take on this as an opportunity, and then a long-range vision. Neolife allows you to start a business. You get into business, and you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you're given quite a number of things in regards to the partnership that you make with Neolife. It beginning with the product supply. It takes care of your finance, your website. It takes care of a number of other things like literature aids and the likes. And among the products supply that we have products in the home care range. These are products that are very versatile, are very economical, non-toxic, and biodegradable. My favorite one is the G1 laundry, which is a washing powder. You basically use two scoops to wash 5 kilos of clothes. I remember when I was still a bachelor, I used the packet for about 2-3 years actually, when I was still at the university. But one thing that I can tell you for sure is that these are products that you'll find very, very helpful within your house. Right from the laundry powder that we use for washing. The Super 10 replaces a number of other products in the house. One product replaces about 5 to 10 products. Maybe one that you will find in the toilet, the bathroom, the windows, and so on and so forth. Care is a disinfectant. LDC is perfect for hand wash and dishwashing. So the home care range is one of the product ranges that we have. I'll not go so much into detail because tonight we just want to give this opportunity to our guest speaker to share with us a story. So I'll just quickly go over them. So we also have a product that is very, very helpful in as far as farming is concerned. Not just farming, also for flowers and the likes. Conserves water in the soil, enables proper use of pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. And this product is called Supergrow. It's a phenomenal product that has changed a number of farmers' lives because with the unpredictable rains, the depleted soils, and the ineffective use of pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers, when you use Supergrow, it allows and solves problems in those areas. Another range that we have is one of the top ranges in the whole world. And as far as an industry is concerned, a lot of people are investing quite a lot in their skins. And that's also an area of business that we look at, where we look at the nutrients organic range. Organic allows you to properly take up a number of, we have a lot of people out there that use inorganic skincare products, and over a period of time they become actually quite dangerous to our skins. Using a nutrients organic range, you're able to cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize, protect, and renew your skin with such a wonderful set of organic products. Then, of course, our last and most important range is the one that has been around since 1958. It is a nutritional side to this business, where we begin by saying that between 0 and 25 years of age, we're very vibrant. But as we keep on growing older, we begin feeling tired. As we get even much older, we begin getting sick. And it shouldn't be that way. You should be able to live a very vibrant life so that you spend less time in the bed and sits on. One of the things that Neolife has been teaching us for the last so many years is that you can have very good health just by making sure you're getting enough rest, you're doing your exercise, and you're taking care of your diet. When it comes to your diet, we talk about the fact that you should be eating a lot of whole grains. If you're not familiar with that, the person who invited you will be able to explain a little bit further. Whole grains are basically things like whole bread, whole wheat bread, brown rice, and the likes. You should be taking a lot of fruits and vegetables, less protein, and less fats and sugars. Well, the challenge is that we have turned that round, and most of us are consuming a lot of the cooking oil and the sugar and the fats and all these things. In fact, I will tell you that right now on the call, many of us, maybe about 90 8% of us either have cooking oil or sugar at home right now. These processed and refined foods have created a lot of challenges in as far as our health is concerned over the last number of years. And I just want to say that that's where now Neolife comes in with a solution, because when you look at something like, for example, whole grains are very, very important in making sure that our 73 trillion cells are functioning properly. That whenever you eat something, whatever you've eaten, the nutrition from that you've eaten is able to get into the cells, produce the energy you require, and have the wastes get out. However, the challenge is that many of us, because we are not receiving things like whole grains in our day-to-day food, and a lot of it has been stripped out from the day-to-day food because they want to have them keep a longer shelf life in the shops. So what happens is that most of the food we are eating does not have whole grains, and as a result, whenever you eat something, the nutrients don't get in as they should get in, energy is not produced, and the waste don't get out. And this has caused a lot of fatigue among a number of people. So I would tell you that when you now look at the solution that Neolife has, and that is TNN, it's one of our products in the nutritional range of products, which basically focuses on feeding your cells by enhancing your energy. It ends up helping enhance your energy and improves nutrient utilization quite well. You end up having a very vibrant and energetic day, vibrant, energetic week. A number of solutions that do happen to exist, other than the whole grains. In this place of fruits and vegetables, we have what we call carotenoid complex. This has been proven to boost your immunity by 37% in just 20 days. You're looking at 1 tin of carotenoid complex having at least 115 kilograms of fruits and vegetables. The protein, which is also quite a very serious area in as far as nutrition is concerned. Many of us are not able to get all the 22 amino acids when we consume our day-to-day foods. So Neolife Shake has proven to be quite effective in making sure that we get as much as we need from our protein sources through Neolife Shake. And then, of course, the effects of the fats and sugars that we are eating in plenty. And many of these lead to a lot of inflammation, create a lot of issues within our body. And guess what? The omega-3 salmon oil is that help you curb some of those challenges. So basically, you're looking at Neolife providing a solution to a problem that we have been having for quite some time, a problem that today I believe is creating a lot of issues in as far as our health is concerned, because we see more people dying of chronic diseases. These are diseases that come out of lifestyle, the way you eat, the way you live, inactivity, and things like that. So you'll find that some of our programs, as far as nutrition are concerned, include things like Pro Vitality and Neolife Shake. That's the perfect combination to get your health back into shape. And remember, Neolife has been doing this for the last 60-something years. So these are people that you can probably trust, and these are people that are credible. Then we look at immune boosters. We have all had a scare of the reoccurrence of COVID in our communities. And right now, a lot of people are supplementing with vitamin C, omega-3, and zinc. That is something you could consider yourself. Our children have been hit by a lot of coughs and colds. Vitamin C, together with the Vita Squares and the Vita Guard, could do quite a good job to help them out. Okay, and a number of people have used these products, and the testimonies are amazing. I will not go through all the testimonies. I'll leave that for the person who invited you. But I'll tell you one thing for sure is that the products do work, and they're helping millions of people. I, for one, have seen these products work first and foremost with myself. I think for the last 17 years, I've been consuming products like PNN, which have allowed me to remain energetic in my 25 to 50 years range of age. I'm approaching 40 now, and I still feel very energetic. I wake up every morning at about 4 a.m. Without complaining. Yeah. Um, I'll also share with you that when my wife got pregnant, one of the products that she was highly on was the omega-3, and we've seen how that affected the baby, who is now 10 years old. And we have seen a very bright and intelligent girl come out of that. We believe part of that is because of the good nutrition this baby got while she was still in the womb, all the way after being produced. Yet, I have a father who is approaching 70. He has had a few issues with high blood pressure and things like that. Seen his high blood pressure stabilize primarily because of some of the products that we have here. But these are not for sick people. They're for people who are healthy and want to keep healthy. So quickly over to the business side of it now. And I want you to just know that if you're on the call and perhaps you've not done business before, I want you to know that whether you like it or not, one day, one time, you'll have to be involved in business, because I know if you're employed, you probably have a job that is good for you, but it's not going to be there for the rest of your life. Sometimes we get a little bit sharper, like us lawyers. You end up creating your own law firm and you end up being self-employed. Well, you come from just having a job to owning one. It's basically you're still doing the same thing, you're extending your time for money. However, you find that people who are in life where you want to be are people who are business owners, people who have built a system that is able to work for them. So one of the things that Neolife provides a system that is able to work for you, a system that you can build and actually live on and pass it on to your grandchildren or great-grandchildren, for that matter. So that's what it means to be in business. Then, of course, the last bit, which every one of us wants to be at, is where you are an investor and you have money working for you. So Neolife, per se, is a business. For the sake of someone who has not been in business before, I just want to let you know that a business is where you have a product or service, either from a manufacturer, which goes through either wholesale or retailer and gets to the end person, who is the consumer. That whole process of getting that product to the consumer is what we call business. And I say this because when I saw this opportunity, I was totally illiterate about, in as far as business is concerned, as I had a very huge deficiency of knowledge in that area. So I actually thought businessmen were probably crooks or people that were just not serious, uneducated, and the likes. Business people are the ones that actually create the structures of employment for the people on the other side. So I would tell you it's very important to be in business. And for as long as you are satisfying a need and you're solving a problem, you'll always have a business that is running. Now, in particular with Neolife, it's all, for that matter, any business anyway, it's important that you appreciate that for you to succeed in business, unlike being employed or self-employed, which is okay, which is a very good thing. But when it comes over to business, you must have a reason for getting into business. I remember when my getting started, one of the things I really wanted to have, why I really wanted to be in business was because I wanted some additional income. As a young person, I was looking for a way I could supplement my income from the job when I get the job. I was only looking for about $200 for that matter. So that if I got my salary of about $500 and I add my $200, I would be able to actually remain with something. It's such a pity that people go through every month. And as we approach the end of the month, like this month of June, people get all their money and it all gets finished and they probably have nothing saved. The only money that actually remains that is yours is the money that you've been able to save, the money that goes to your savings account. All the other money that goes to rent and all the other services and utilities and the food and the school fees, whatever, name it, the tuition, all that is not your money. That is money for the other people you've given to. And for me, that really bothered me. That's why I chose to look at this opportunity very seriously. Some of you might want to be on boards. We're living at a point in time where people want to be present fathers. I've been listening to a video this evening, and one of the speakers was sharing about the fact that these days some parents are no longer present. We are there, we provide, yes, but the children don't want to just be there and get this money and get the tuition and everything. They want us, the parents, also be available for them to have and talk. So things like family time, these are things that you'll be able to appreciate. I don't know, you could be interested in buying an asset. Maybe it's a car, maybe it's some shares, maybe it's a piece of land, a house, whatever it is. That is something you can consider. Then one I also found very interesting, that people who in this life love to travel. And I've found it over the years that it's worthwhile to travel, because when you travel, you get exposed to a number of things. And maybe some of us may just want to help others. So here is the deal. What happens with us in Neolife is that we give an opportunity to start your own business. We do that by, first of all, allowing you to register and becoming an independent distributor. When you become an independent distributor, the company does not sell products to the public. The company has distributors who then use these products and then get these products to the people out there because of their testimonies and stories. So to become a distributor, you basically need between $50 to $100, depending on which country you're in, and depending on how many products you want. But that is enough to help start a business. That's also something I found very, very much affordable, because very few businesses out there can allow you to just start with as little as $100 and then be able to make a fortune out of them, like I'm going to share. So you have those 3 success habits that if you did every single day, you'd be able to make some very good money. However, allow me to say that this is how it starts. So when you use the products and you become very much aware of the products, the next thing we tell you to do is to go ahead and share your product experience. Build a retail customer base, for example. Find a few people that can be able to use these products, that you can share your story with, and they can be able to use these products as well. At that particular point, you make some profits, and you probably also make a commission. You may move away with about $50 at the end of the month, both profits and commission, but you'll be titled and managed. And that's how we all started. I remember my first commission was about $10. I got profits of maybe about $50 at the time, $50 to $40. In Uganda shillings, it was about 160,000. And I'm telling you, I was fascinated. I was amazed. And then I moved on, and you can move on and go ahead and share this opportunity. It's indeed an opportunity, because I remember when we were held up in COVID and everyone was under lockdown, people were looking for something to distribute out there. They were looking for work to do. And I remember working from home and building a very big business over the last 2 years, just seated at home, looking at this opportunity and working it there. So it's an opportunity, and we invite the guests on call to look at this and consider it as an opportunity. So the moment you go ahead and you share this opportunity with some other people, you're building a team, and the company allows you to build this team. So you're building a team, you're going to teach them to do exactly what you're doing. Find a few people, help them get some customers, work together to get people to use these products. I want to specifically note and state that we do not get paid for getting people trained in our business. We don't get paid for that. We get paid for people using our products. So in the process of people becoming part of Neolife, one of the most important things we want to be doing is to make sure that we educate them about how they can live a longer, healthier life, how they can live in a good environment that is healthy, and how they can look nice for longer. Yeah. So as you share this opportunity with a number of people, more products begin to move. And at that particular moment, you're looking at a profit and a commission of about $100 to $250. At that point, you're considered to be a senior manager, an executive manager, and you're making some very good progress as far as your business is concerned. When you move on and you do the other thing, which is basically personal development, and this is where I, for one, I found this very, very important, because personal development is where you grow your mind. I remember coming into this business as a 20-year-old, and I was looking for something that could help me become a better individual out there. And that is how I ended up um, uh, building and growing in this business. I usually tell people the amount of money you have on your account is equivalent to the size of your mind. Okay. So if you end up trying to make sure that you, sorry, I just got distracted. Yeah. If you end up trying, if you end up growing your mind, your income will begin to grow. And that is when you become a director, when you're helping other people, become senior managers. That is how you end up becoming a world team member. When you're helping other people become directors just like you, at that point, as a world team member, you're earning about $1,000 to $2,000. I remember I became a director just 5-6 months later from starting the business. In another 1 year, I had become a world team member. And then in another 1 year, I stepped up to the president's team where I was earning about that amount of money. Now, it's not about me, it's about the stories that you're going to hear this evening. I would tell you that there are a number of people on this call today, right now, that have gone through this process and this system that Neolife has created for us to make an additional income. In this day and age where fuel is becoming a challenge, where commodity prices are all going up, every one of us needs an additional income. And if you're looking at this opportunity for the first time, look at it as as one of the options you've got. I know you might have a number of options that you have with you there, but look at this opportunity as one of the options you have got as a source of income, and then do it as one as you do whatever you're doing, because it's something that you can do part time. And maybe other than the income, there's also quite a lot of travel. Over the years, this opportunity will give you the opportunity to travel. I mean, you start today and you work towards at least becoming a world team member. I can guarantee you that every single year there will be some form of travel. And we have seen that happening over the years, right from 2008 to 2009, all the way to what we move as most recently. We recently came back from a place called Zimbabwe, very beautiful place. A number of us were there and it was a lot of fun. And that is why I actually got to meet this very wonderful lady as well. I've known her for quite a number of years now, but we had a good time in Zimbabwe. I was totally amazed by her story. This is a mother. She's an economist. She's a former director of the Central Bank of Tanzania. She was talking finance, securities, and I was like, wow, what an opportunity to have her in front of me. And really, there's so much I learned from her. I will tell you, she retired so many years ago. She might look like she's sweet 16, but she's someone that has been retired for some time now and is building her business right there in Tanzania. At this particular moment, I'd like to take this opportunity and invite you, Ma'am Grace Rumbabey, to please share with us your story. We have a number of guests who have been looking forward to this story of yours this evening. You're very welcome to share with us your story now. You are still muted. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Grace Rumbabey. As I have been introduced, I feel very privileged to be able to share my humble story with this August assembly, I must say, because I'm told there are a few people from the corporate sector as well. And, I feel maybe I can contribute something towards their preparation for retirement as well. Well, as I said, my name is Grace Rumbabey. Can I just, how do I put myself on? Can you see me?
Yes, we can.
Me? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
As I have been introduced, I am an economist by profession. with more than 45 years of work experience. Maybe I should give a little bit of my background. When I finished Form 6, I got a scholarship to go to the US to study economics. And it was a rather rare field for girls, but I did anyway. So I did my first degree and my master's, then came back to Tanzania, eagerly wanting to work for the government sector. I didn't find my name anywhere in the ministry, so I decided to look for a job with the defunct East African community, which I got a job as a senior economist, and I worked with the defunct East African community for 6 years. Then when it collapsed, I got a job with the central bank, the Bank of Tanzania. Again, as a senior economist, but with time, I rose up to the level of director. By the time I retired, I was a director at the central bank. I loved my job. I really loved my job, like most employees do. We think we've just got, and we are just there. So I didn't think of doing any business at the time. Because I was busy building my legacy as a professional woman. And indeed I did, but I was a very sick person. I had a backache, a very serious backache, back problem that was a result of a motor vehicle accident. And I also had a heart condition that my cardiologist had told me it was incurable. And on top of that, I had stomach ulcers. But I had a very good pay by Tanzanian standards. And I was well respected as a professional in my field. And I traveled the world. I used to travel a lot. And I would stay in 5-star hotels. But I'm sure those that are employed that are on this call, they know when you travel on duty, you really don't get to enjoy anything because your mind is on reports, on making sure the conference is properly reported, and also, to make sure that everything goes well. So all you know is your bedroom, the dining room, and the way out of the hotel and the conference room. So you really don't get to see anything. I thought I was enjoying it though, because I would go to different destinations, but now I've realized that travel is a little different from what I used to do then as an employee. So this opportunity found me when I was, as I said, as a director, but a very sick person. I was introduced to the opportunity by a colleague of mine who worked for the Central Bank of Uganda, Dr. Polycarp Msinguzi. He was then the director of research. And I knew him for some time because we used to meet at the quarterly meetings of the East African Central Banks. But this one time, he approached me and he asked me, "Grace, you look tired and sick. Are you okay?" I said, "No, I'm not okay." So I told him about my health issues. And he said, Dr. Msingos is a very excitable person. So he said, no problem. When you come to Kampala, I'll introduce you to my wife. We have just joined an opportunity, and I'm sure the products will take care of your problem. So I looked forward to going to Kampala, and when I did, I didn't have time to see Lydia Msinguzi, the wife of Polycarp. But as I was packing to go to the airport so that I can come back to Tanzania, she came in with the kit and a form and she was telling me about business and I couldn't listen. I mean, I just didn't hear anything about business. So she told me these products may be good for you, for your health. They may take care of your health issues. And at that time, my why was just to get better because I was really sick. So I just paid the money and I filled in the form and took my kit and left for Tanzania. She had also told me that you might, as you use this product, you can also do a business. You can do this as a business. But I really didn't think the business was for me. So I just thought I'll just use the products, and if they take care of my problem, that's good. But I don't think the business is for me. One, because maybe I didn't understand the concept. And I actually didn't have much time to understand the concept because I was so sick. But I also had a very good salary, and I had not really thought of doing any business because I was very preoccupied with what I was doing. I was trying to build a legacy as a professional woman in my country, and I just didn't think I had time for anything else. But also, um, I think not that I think, actually, I had the employee mentality that the salary is the thing. So I just introduced the business to a few people. Among them was the late Ayub and Dora Juma, whom I'm sure some of you know her. Um, and they were a little bit skeptical, but I kept on talking to them, and I was telling them I'm feeling a lot better. So the late Ayub had a heart condition, and I told him, maybe you can use the products for your heart condition if you don't want to do the business. But I knew they were also struggling financially and health-wise. So finally, they decided to join because they respected me, and we had a good relationship. And of course, this business is a business of relationships and of faith. I mean, they just took a leap of faith because we really didn't have anything to show. At the time, we didn't have an office in Tanzania. We had to be registered in South Africa. And when I registered them, they had to wait for 3 months to get their kit. So it was very, very difficult. And so, you really had to have a big dream, a real big why that would push you to do this business at the time. But I did continue to take the products, and the products have done amazingly. I don't know what to say because as you can see me, I'm 76 plus, and I feel good. I feel energetic. People don't, uh, when they see me, they really don't think I'm that age. But anyway, what I have learned was that, when we are employed, we think that's it. I used to think I have a good salary. I'm a good professional. When I retire, I'll be doing consultancies and I'll have a good pension. But I realized when I retired, that wasn't really the case. I did do consultancies, but they were very, very tiring. So now I've decided I'm not going to do any consultancies. I'm just going to enjoy my new phase of life. After 60, you really start a new phase of life. So what I must say, Neolife has done a lot for me, and I thank God for having been introduced to this opportunity. I'm always very grateful to Polycarp and Lydia for having introduced me to this opportunity because I'm a different type of employee. Actually, I'm the best version of myself as an employee. I'm not employee, as a retired person. I am, I'm in very good health. Most retired people and people of my age don't have such good health. And also, I travel the world. I still travel to very interesting destinations. As Andrew has just said, we just came from Zimbabwe in South Africa. We had a great time. We really had a great time. And I'm surrounded by young people, the Andrews and all. So I feel young at heart, and that makes me very happy. But also, um, I'm able to dream. And when you have hope, when you dream, it means you are hopeful, you have hope. And that's one thing that old people of age lack. Most people, when they retire, usually they have given up. It's like the end of the world. And most people die. I'm told about 29% die because of loneliness, depression, but I don't have that kind of thing. I'm not lonely because I'm in the Neolife family. The Neolife family is something that, keeps you going, and you really don't feel lonely at all. But also another thing that retirees have in common is time, free time. All retirees and old people have a lot of free time, but most of them are sick, so they cannot utilize their free time. So it depends on what you do with your free time when you are people of my age. Now, the young people may not understand, because I was there, I know. When you are young, you are energetic, you have everything, you are making a career, but particularly as an employee, after you have retired, nobody even knows where you are. I mean, and then you are left with the problem of status, like most people, at least particularly if you have been, if you have attained a fairly high level of, a position, a good position, normally you have that status problem. And it makes you really miserable, because nobody recognizes you as they used to in the past. So I must say also, Neolife is the best investment. Saying yes to Neolife is my best investment. I must say, it's the best investment I've ever made. As an economist and as a former director of financial markets, I have invested in the markets, but first of all, I couldn't invest enough so that whatever returns I get can give me enough income, passive income, to maintain me during my retirement. But also, it depends very much on what that particular company that you invest in does. But with Neolife, you are investing in people. I'm sure Andrew will not quit, and whoever your upline has made a very good investment, because as long as you are earning good money, you'll never quit. I have in my organization now, I have 5 present team members. I don't think they will quit. I have a number of people who are earning between 1 million and 20 million plus T shillings. Those people will never very few of them might quit, but most of them will not quit. And that's an investment for me. That's where my passive income comes in. I'll always make an income as long as I still work the business. Of course, as Andrew said, we are not paid to bring in people into business. We are paid to develop people, to help people, to uplift people. So really, if I can talk to the young people, you should start now. The time is now, because you really want to retire early so that you can do what you know, what you can't do when you are building a career or you are raising a family. When you retire, you are able to do other things that are more interesting. But also for the older people, for those that are in their middle age, it's not too late. This is a business that takes, anybody can do this business. But for those that are already retired, it's also not too late, because this is a stress-free business. And also it's a business where your health will be taken care of. You have good health. And that's one thing that older people miss, is their health. For the corporates in general, this is the best business for you, because one thing is you'll not steal your employer's time.
Hello? Oh, okay. Right, I think we lost Grace along the way there. Hopefully she'll be back. But as she returns, just a quick one. As Grace returns to give us a conclusion, for many of us that are on the call, we're coming up and we're winding up just shortly. Many of us on the call, which will be going for the East African Convention, it will be happening very soon. And it will be on the 27th of August. The people in outside Tanzania, we have organized different arrangements to see that we get there. I know there will also be a Southern African convention just before that, I think on the 22nd or something, just a few days before this one, there'll be also a Southern African convention. So for the guys in East Africa, that's something to look out for. And please look out for your convention if you're in Southern Africa as well. I don't know if Grace is back. Let me just check and see. Sorry, just give me, just want to see if the Grace is back. I think her network got issues there. All right. Then finally, I think we had a lot of our story, a bit of our story. Finally, what do you need to become part of the Neolife family? Just like Grace has been sharing, you need to have a reason. You need to have a reason as to why you're starting. I, for one, just wanted $200 extra so that I could cater for the things I could not provide for myself in as far as the salary is concerned, and have an additional $200 coming in addition to my salary. Yeah, fortunately enough, I was able to retire on my graduation day, and I was never able to work for a single day, but I give glory to God for that. You also need to believe in what we have. Neolife has had a 60-year track record, and I can tell you there's no better person to take you into the future, giving you an opportunity, a business that you're going to be able to build like Neolife. Listen to what Grace has just shared. Being 76 years old, being 76 years old and having to be that healthy, you can only imagine the kind of things that you can be able to achieve with Neolife. Okay, and then you will also find that all you have to do is to actually decide. Now, a lot of my friends, when they saw me start this opportunity 17 years ago, they said, well, Andrew, let's wait for you to succeed. And it's been, man, 17 years down the road, they're still waiting for me to succeed. This opportunity has allowed me to live a fairy tale, you know, a totally amazing life that is of this opportunity. So if you're on the call right now, you can choose to start today, and I can guarantee you in the next 2 to 3 years, you will definitely be in a better position as far as your finances and as far as your health is concerned. Then you need to take the action and register now. Yeah, so you're going to call up the person who invited you to this call, and you're going to ask them for that form, and you're going to pay a very humble fee of less than $100. You're going to get some products alongside um, the kit that you will get. Begin by using those products, and hey, you'll be on your way to getting there. All right. So please, for those that have been invited, please talk to the person who invited you onto the call. They'll give you everything you need to get started. Grace has just been trying to call me right now. I don't know whether, and just a second. So unfortunately, we may not be able to have her back on, but you've listened to her story. She has built such a phenomenal business, having done this when she was still in the Bank of Tanzania. Today she's 76 years old, very healthy and traveling the world. I mean, it's just fantastic to see the kind of life she has lived through this opportunity. I guess you picked up that part of the story. I'd just like us to end at this particular moment. Thank you very much, especially for the guests that have put away your 1 hour on a Sunday evening before you get to work. And we wish you a very wonderful week. To the fathers, please give those children a hug. And just know we are all proud of you as our dads. And may God bless you. Thank you very much. And please talk to the person who invited you. Talk to the person who invited you to the call.